Okay, um, we are about to start now and just make sure it's recorded. Um, yeah, welcome, Vincent. Vincent Adogoke. Vincent, how are you? Vincent, how are you? Hello, Vincent. Vincent, can you speak? Can you hear me? Vincent, can you hear me? Vincent, can you hear me? All right. Okay, while we're waiting for Vincent to respond, um, Linda,
Yes.
anyway, your first time of being here, what have you heard of data governance before?
Yes, I have heard of it, but I've never done anything about it or
What what do you hope to achieve if you say if what do you hope to achieve for today? So
first is to just understand it. I need to understand what it is first. I know what data governance is. I just want to understand what it is for me to be able to use it as employment.
okay, that's very good. It's good to know that you know what data governance is and what will you use it for. That's what you tend to achieve today, which is very good. You're definitely going to have it.
Yeah.
Okay. First of
Okay.
all, you are welcome. Welcome. You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
And
Thank you.
those who are new here, you're welcome. I have a essay, Jeremy. Um, you want to say hi to everyone?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, I like that voice. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria, the capital of Africa, Nigeria, the capital of the United States of Africa. That's good. What do you hope to? You're welcome. What do you hope to achieve? In reception? You have reception problem or what?
Yeah, it's very bad.
Okay. What do you hope to achieve in trending?
Okay, I just came to know what it's about. I'm actually a businesswoman.
Hmm.
Maybe I could apply my trade.
Hmm. That's very, very good. You will know what it's all about. But in the meantime, just stay um just stay put and you will definitely gonna know what it entails. Okay. As we see people joining,
Yeah.
they will be introducing themselves as well. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone, as you
Okay,
know,
sir.
those who haven't known me, my name is Sylvester Ojobo. I am the trainer for today. My background is in engineering, 38 years experience in engineering, oil and gas, construction design, and also a business as well, uh, data governance, head of data in an organization, also a lecturer at the university. So I'm certified various way data governance, data analyst, also certified a business analyst and business intelligence as well, and Power BI, and we have can't finish my certification at this point. But the purpose why we're gathering here today for the training, you're going to see why it's so beneficial to everyone. So you are welcome. So I've been a trainer and lecturer for donkey years as well. So thank you for coming. Before we're going to do some introduction of um, what it entails, um, we have some people here who will be articulating the initiative they have carried out and see where we can strengthen and before we do the introduction. Is that okay, everyone? So, can we have somebody who can articulate or an initiative that has been carried out before? Thank you. I actually sent an email to everyone how to do that. So, Amsi, did you receive my email?
No, sir.
You didn't.
No, I didn't, sir. No.
Have you checked your spam? Because I have a lot of them sent. This is on Tuesday.
Since Tuesday.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
I still haven't received it, Pastor.
Wednesday.
No, I will send it now because I just saw your
okay.
to me now.
Oh,
So
no,
I
no,
won't
no,
be
no.
able to do that because I'm training now. So
All right.
check Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm saying you will see. So because I
Okay.
saw the email sent to me and I sent it. So, but some people who received it, they acknowledge it because I sent it the same time. Yeah. So, can we have someone who will have a go here before we start? An initiative. Okay. You could start with the data quality initiative. Can you customer domain, customer relation, system?
I could start off first, but I was thinking that we're going to talk more about what data was for the newbies who are not here first. But
Yeah, but
well, to kick it off.
some people still coming in, and
Okay.
or
No.
yeah, or what do you think? Because I need to.
Well, I could kick it off. So an example of a data governance initiative, by the way, an initiative for those people who are just joining is things we normally do every time in our office place, in our schools, if you're a student, in the marketplace, in the business, because I had someone saying she's a businesswoman in the business area, wherever you are, even if you're a baker or whatever, there are initiatives we carry out all the time. So an example of an initiative I carried out whilst I was working for a financial institute back in the day. I'm not going to say what financial institute now. One of the goals was to establish a robust data governance framework that would ensure data accuracy, consistency, security, and compliance with regulatory requirements across the entire board. So one of the first things I did was to get in touch with the various departments, the IT departments, the legal departments, and human resources, because of course, as you very well know, HR is a very key department in every organization. IT is a very key department in every organization, because without IT, of course, my name won't be on the system, your name won't be on the system. So as soon as I identified all the as soon as I identified the various departments, what I did was to organize a workshop where I was able to tell them about the reason why we're establishing a data governance framework. This was to make sure that they were all aligned on that idea of data management practices, and that we'll all be accountable for the data quality and security across the organization. Because initially when I joined, the whole thing was shambolic. There was duplications everywhere. There were inconsistencies in data across board. Everybody had their own idea of who should be on their system and who should not be on their system. And to top it up, you wouldn't even believe this. They had people existing on the system who had left the company over 10 years ago. I'm saying this not because I just went through the system. I'm saying this because I was actually part of that organization some 5-6 years ago as an agency worker, and I found that my name was still on the system. So this was why I had an initial problem when they were trying to take me on. They spelt my name wrongly, and they said because it kept bringing up the previous name I had on the system. So to clarify that, what they did was to try and put a different alphabet, can you believe it, against my name. So one of the first things I did was to make sure I conduct a comprehensive data inventory from the various departments. As soon as I got that, I created a master database registry, if you like, where everyone had access to the system. And then during that workshop, I said that we needed data stewards. So it doesn't matter whether you were the director, whether you were the manager or the administrator, as long as you were a key stakeholder in that organization, you were a part of it. So I said everyone needs to nominate someone from their various departments. And these they all did. As soon as that was done, we all went into this master data base, which I created, and then identified every data on that system and classified it based on their sensitivity, their importance, and regulatory requirements. And because it's a financial institute, of course, you wouldn't want, say, for example, now your credit card details getting into the hands of a wrong person, because you know what that implication means, not just for you, but people around you. And also things like your passport, international passport, getting into the wrong hands, of course, you would know that what that means for you, especially when you come from a certain country. I don't want to name any names here. So as soon as everybody understood what we were doing and the data was stirred, inconsistencies removed, duplications removed, everything, the data was totally transformed, totally cleansed, and everyone was happy with it. And based on that, we took out every single person who had hitherto been a part of the organization, but were no longer there anymore. We took them all out. And then we put a regulation in place to say that, right, if anyone leaves the company, we'll leave the name on the system for 5 years. After 5 years, we'll delete that person from the system, which they all agreed to. At the end of the day, with some training and awareness carried out, workshops organized across board and everything, everyone was happy. And believe it or not, I actually saved the company over £5 million in data duplication. Money was being paid to. They didn't even know whether they were existing or they were not existing. And based of that, my company gave me a promotion, not just a promotion, but a promotion with good package. I'm not going to mention how much was given to me, but anyway, 30% reduction. Anyway, there was a 30% reduction in data-related errors. Audits were smoother. There were fewer findings relating to data management. Reporting and decision-making processes were just a ball in the game. So initially, they were backing up the wrong tree, but by the time I finished, everyone was happy. Thank you for listening to me.
That was brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What can we say for that? Princess said something. He said, yes, that's brilliant. Okay. Any person here who has question for her? Any question from anyone here?
I have a question.
Okay, please.
So when you do the job, you work from home, right? You have the option to work from home, right?
I had the option to work from home, yes.
How many hours at home would you say you put in a week to earn whatever you earn or earned?
Okay, so because organizations are trying to be flexible, I'm required to go into the office once or twice a week. But in a week, like in every organization, they have to comply with 40. The regulation states 40 hours per week. So anything over that, you have to sign an undertaking to say that you're not being overworked. So most organizations always say 40 hours per week, except of course, if you're working on the track, open track or open field, where the men are happy to put in extra hours to make the money.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. No problem.
You.
Thank you so much, Anthony. In fact, it's good that you asked that question. This is what I want in any training. So if you hear something that you need to ask, do ask, because that's the essence of being here. So very, very important. You must be able to interact because data governance job, manager job, and whatever requires, communication, collaboration, and also all ask questions because you're going to have answer that will help you. Very important. Thank you so much, Anthony, for asking that question. Any other person who asked question? And I can also tell you to help you, Anthony, this job, most cases, you have options to work from home. You can only go to office maybe once in a month or twice in a month. It depends on how you agree with your company, especially when you just start the job. Immediately, you are required to meet stakeholders, and maybe you want to have your case being proved before the stakeholders so that they can buy into your program. Okay, now I'm going to ask you, thank you so much for that presentation. If I recall very well from your description, if you have something to say?
Yes, I was just going to, I don't know if Anthony is a student or if it's a worker or someone intending to go into work. But as a student, there are a lot of initiatives you can carry out or which you may have carried out without you actually knowing you've carried it out. Say, for example, if you're a student in your class, you have probably 60 odd students or 30 odd students or whatever. A lot of times you have the data for all those people. You have their names, their home numbers, their address. This is the lecturers now. They have all that. And then sometimes they'll say, Anthony, can you do so? And you have maybe like 2 or 3 Anthonys standing up at the same time. There's a bit of confusion there, right? So one person will say, which Anthony are you actually referring to? But if it has some sorts of rule where it says Anthony 1 or Anthony 2 and Anthony 3 on the system or on the register, you know straight away it's talking about me. Or you could also say that, right, sir, since we have 3 Anthonys in the classroom, why don't we create some sort of a way in which when this Anthony stands up or that Anthony does that, we'll know the particular one you're referring to. So that is you now using your initiative to drive things better in that classroom. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I think Anthony is a graduate and
okay, all right, sorry.
Very professional.
Okay, well, for the students who are here, well, it could be master's students or something, or doctorate, I don't know.
Okay, thank you so much for that. But I have a question for you before I play a video, and I will start, part of it. So, from what you have, actually, you're dealing with data quality issues. Is that correct? Because you
that is correct, yes.
You mentioned data accuracy and duplications. Okay. So which imply is what? It's a brown field.
It's a brown field. Well, when I was employed, I was told it was a brown field, but on getting there, I found that it was a green field. So a brown field is when the data is already set up in place and all you're just going in there to sort things out. But in this particular field I went to, it was more of a green field than a brown field because I had to wade my way through all sorts of documents and all sorts of things trying to get some order in place. So it was a brown field, but it was actually a green field. So there was nothing in place.
Did you negotiate with your terms of job? Did you negotiate your salary?
Yes, I did. Because initially I was offered so amount of money. But when I went in and I saw the enormity of the work to be done, I decided to renegotiate. And of course, when they got satisfied with the outcome of what I had done, the data cleansing and all that, they actually gave me better package again. So there were more perks to the job. So that's for everyone on this platform. You can go for a job, and if you feel that you're way above that job or you feel that you could do better, there is no harm renegotiating the salary they offers.
Can you just help us to at least just give us an insight to know? Is it 6 figures? Because you want to hide yourself.
I don't want to say anything.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
I don't want anyone sending me private messages. Thank you.
So anyway, because
Yes.
you did a lot of comprehensive.
Sorry. Yes, it is, and yes, we are blacks, and yes, we can do it. 6 figures are nothing.
Because with the amount of words you have brought, work you have carried out, dealing with comprehensively data audit when you came in and discovered that there are inconsistency, redundancy, and also inaccurate data within. Is it customer relation domain? Is it CRM? Okay. So you were, and because if you save the company of £5 million and there is a reduction of 30% error, that that means there will be a very good insight by a client, by customer, user-friendly. The system will be very user-friendly, and there will be high customer insight into reality on that.
Yes.
That is absolutely wonderful. So, and that's
and it also means my salary is just a little dent in their figures.
There's somebody who put something on the chat, say, thank you, CEO. I believe a roadmap may have been incorporated in your work or task. It would be helpful if you could explain to this cohort what road map was explored and incorporated. Could you do that? What roadmap did you start with?
So with every organization, you have a 30-day, you have a 60-day and a 90-day roadmap. I'm not going to delve into the intricacies of the roadmap, but what I just want to say is that in that 30 days, you're still trying to sort yourself out, still trying to find all the information. So it could be different for everyone, because sometimes 30 days could mean 30 days could even be a year. Because I know someone who got employed as a data governance manager, and I was asking her, how's the job going now? And she said, nada. I said, what do you mean nada? She said, I haven't even done a single thing, and I have been employed for 6 months. And I said, my God, lucky you. So she said she doesn't know if it's being lucky or if I don't know, if that she's just getting a little bit bored. So that 30 days could be a year. We call it a 30-day, 60-day.
Was it because he had not been given access to have assessment?
She hasn't even been told to do anything. So I think it was just something to do with
Was it brownfield or greenfield?
It was a greenfield, but she said there was nothing, that they just told her to keep waiting.
Is it because of budget? Is it budget issue or what?
No, they just said that she should just wait. I think it was, I think she said it was a totally new foray into data governance for them. So they, more like they didn't really know what they were doing, but they had to have a data governance manager person.
Okay, I think it has been budgeted for, but they are not prepared to release the money.
Something like that. She was keen to get into it, but
no one was doing it. Money. So. Is it he or she?
It was a she.
Okay, she was just receiving money.
Yes, she was receiving. I said I would love to be in a place like that where I receive the money without actually putting in the work, but some of us are not that lucky.
Okay. That means you're talking about the roadmap of 30. You started with 30. And
yes.
From the way you articulated your your data quality, so was it, how long was your 30 days roadmap?
So my 30-day roadmaps, because I wanted to also organize a workshop and training and all that, and I wanted to actually know who was within the organization. My 30-day actually went into 60 days. So my 30-day was a 2 months period. And then my 60-day was less than 60 days, because at this time I had already known where we're going. Everyone within the organization knew where we're headed to. So my 60-day became a 40 days. And then, of course, the rest of it, 90 days, is where we currently are. Yes. Good. So my first 30 days was getting to know everyone, assembling the first, getting all the key stakeholders to play, from IT, compliance, everyone within the organization, trying to buy into it. And then my 60-day was as soon as everything was all together, making sure that the workshops are being attended, because there's one thing having the right people, one thing having the stewards, but one thing actually engaging people in those workshops. So we're all on this platform now. For all you know, I could be cooking my food in the kitchen and just listening in on the background. I'm not really engaged in the platform, put it that way. Or I could be doing ironing or doing something totally different, but my name is on the platform reflecting. So the thing is trying to make sure people are actually engaged by speaking to people one-on-one, speaking to people if they were happy with where we're going, if they're happy with what we're doing. So it took a while, but we all got there in the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it seems
Is that for
from
me?
yes,
Okay.
it seems from what you just said, the data governance initiative that you carried out, in your
Yes.
previous job was a success.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
we do know that sometimes, things can go wrong. What could go wrong, in data governance initiative?
Everything.
Everything. Okay.
Everything could go wrong, yes. Everything could go wrong. But I think one of the key things that we need to put behind the back of our mind is communication. If you're communicating well with people, you tend to get results. If you're not a good communicator, then you don't get results. Communicating could just be as easy as taking someone for a cup of coffee and talking with them. Or it could just be like speaking with people and saying, "Oh, how are you today? How are you feeling? How's your family? Did you have far to travel in?" It means you care. So people start opening up to you. But if you just go in there with your face like the back of my pot, frowning your face, saying, I am the boss, I can do this, I can do that, no one is going to respond to you. So I think being able to communicate with people is key. Before you know it, you buy into them. If you can't, we're all here on this platform now. If no one is speaking or no one is engaging or interacting, it's going to be a very boring class. But once you start interacting, you start communicating, then it becomes a very interesting class. So communication is key.
Thank you so much. That question is very, very important because, of course, more or less, if you have to paraphrase, what were the challenges you actually faced during your program initiative? So,
yeah.
And that is more or less the kind of question it can be rephrased in another form. So, can you just pinpoint one of the challenges you faced during the initiative?
So because it's a field that I've always been interested in, I would say trying to get information is one of the main challenges which I face with, because there always seems to be a block when you get to something.
Why?
There's always a block when you think you're making an inroad. There is a block. So you trying to navigate around that roadblock.
Like,
it's very important.
Kind of block, a block like what?
No one is saying anything, no one is opening up about information they have. Everyone feels like you're an intruder into their own departments. So they consider you a stranger until you try to buy your way in. There's a lot of, when it comes to, like in every organization, there's a lot of mistrust that whatever you're doing is likely to take their jobs away from them. They don't know you're there to help them to work better, do things better. They feel, oh, right, if this is all working well, so how many stewards do you need to do the job? You probably need just one person to press the button.
During your interview, were you asked if you have any question to ask them?
Yes, there's always questions, but don't forget that sometimes you can turn questions around on their heads. You can be the one asking the question, not them asking. There's some questions that you ask them. Don't forget that these people are human like yourself. And a lot of times the human resource department, trust me, does not even know the person, does not even know why they're even interviewing that person. They've just got this paper in front of them where they read out to you. They have the employee manager. Sometimes he's aware, sometimes he's not even aware of what is going on. So, but they sat down anyway. So you just, you can throw the questions back at them and say, right, for people who have been doing this job before, where are they at now? What challenges did they face whilst trying to deliver?
So
You
what would be like your intention of asking such a question? You want to know the field, isn't it?
I want to know.
That you're
So
asking of the capacity and capability of the program they have. They want to
you
employ.
can even say that in the last that you are I know that your organization is what do you call it now? You know, this is the way you have people where you put people at the forefront of the organization. There's a word I'm trying to remember, where you put people at the forefront of the organization. So you say, I know your organization is one of those sort of organizations. That's why I have come in. So what kind of training have you offered in the past to people?
Okay.
How have you helped them to improve themselves?
Okay.
And
Have you met?
I can tell you, they will start floundering.
Have you met a situation when they ask you, what is it in it for me?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You
So
always have to.
you've really gone through the meal, during your,
I almost feel like I'm being interviewed for a position here.
yeah. You know that you definitely be facing an interviewer.
But
So,
one of the challenges that you always face as data governance manager is the fact that employees in that company always resist new policies and new procedures. Why do I have to do it? Why do you want us to change? It's been working.
how were you able to navigate and mitigate against those?
Just clearly communicating the importance and the benefits of what
is it workshop or also training?
Yes, through training. It could be training, it could be practical training, it could be sending them out for training.
How do you monitor the effect of your training?
So when you're in front of the workshop doing your presentation, it's very important that you engage people's attention. Once you find that people start drifting off, you know that that person is not engaging with you. So you could have maybe like short question and answer sessions where you put in just a keyword, where you have A, B, C, or D, and within 15 minutes or so, you refer them back to that question. Sorry?
Do you visualize the answer by collecting such data? And how often do you do that?
I must admit, I don't always visualize and I don't always get a survey, but I engage while we're in the workshop.
So what will happen is that
people are participating, and I make people to come out to say what they feel should be done and what should not be done, because after all, we're all stakeholders in the organization.
Yeah, so but you are the one running the program. At the end of
I'm the one running the program, but remember that even though you're a manager, you're a servant leader, and you have been employed there to resolve problems, not to cause problems. That is why you're a manager.
Yeah, but having a visualization is just for the purpose of your discussion, or at the end of the day with the stakeholders, whether they are in line with the business goals and objectives, and also to see how they can buy into it for more investment within the system, especially when there's scalability or migration from state where they are to maybe cloud. So it's about conviction. So so because you are maturing now, you have established, which is the second roadmap. Now you're going towards maturing. There's need for you to visualize, and also it will help them to know the next investment for their budget. Okay.
Yeah.
If I can ask you a question,
Edward, Dr. Edward.
Yes.
Question. Yeah.
It's still on data governance initiative. How do you measure the success of the data governance initiative?
Okay, yeah, that's what she said. All right, because if you have like the initiative she kind of explained here, she said they were able to have 30% reduction in errors, and then that improved, what is called customer insight, and there was more accurate reporting for strategic decision making. Because if data are not well represented, if data are not well cleansed, and ETL is not done, extract, transform and load is not well done, data visualization becomes hard. The business analyst and chief executive we find it difficult to actually have a domain to which to take decisions, even if they have to take a decision, it might be of error. So that is why you see that the such initiative is very, very important. Data quality initiative is very, very important. As we begin to go, you're going to have to do some, assignment, and even when we're going to be using software like Power BI or MySQL, we will be able to know how to carry out data quality initiatives, and also if it requires integration of data from different database bases, and also kind of enrich the data in order to have it more useful in terms of the dynamic economic and social value that you move globally. You will be able to do that, and you see that people will be very, very happy to have it to which they take decisions. You can never fail if your data are right. You can never fail. I mean, if definitely you can never fail. So that's how it is. Let me play a video then before we do some few. Thank you so much. If you are an Edward and Anthony, you ask question. And Barrister Emmanuel, thank you for what. If you go to the chat, Barrister Emmanuel, I'll put a few things there. Let me just play a video. I don't know if you can play it right now here. If you're not hearing it, let me know.
How do you mine it effectively? In today's data-driven world,
Can you hear
data
it?
governance is the secret sauce to business success. It ensures your
Yes,
data
I can hear you.
available and secure. Without it, you risk
Can you
data
see it
breaches
as well?
and inaccuracy that can spell disaster.
No, we can't.
Imagine having the confidence that your data is
So
reliable
you
and
can't,
protected, enabling you to make critical decisions.
Okay. Let me see what I can do with that. Okay. I'm going to share it. Can you see the video?
Yes, yes, we can see the video.
Okay, I'm going to play it now.
I can see it now.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard the news, data is the new gold. But how do you mine it effectively? In today's data-driven world, data governance is the secret sauce to business success. It ensures your data is accurate, available, and secure. Without it, you risk data breaches and inaccuracies that can spell disaster. Imagine having the confidence that your data is reliable and protected, enabling you to make critical decisions with ease. That's where our data
I'm not hearing this anymore, Pastor.
for listening, Sylvester and Ojobo.
Okay, did you listen to that video? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Pastor.
Did you listen to that video? And for those who just came in for the first time today, okay? So we're gonna go straight to what this training is entail, and what it entails. And that is the link for the video I just shown to you. And I have been, just getting, hold on. Okay, all right. So for those who just came in today, I'll be asking some few questions. What do you expect yourself to receive today? Some of you have been answering me before we started initiative or questions about initiative, and also the video. So I'm gonna ask a very simple question here. Can somebody here, can you see what is on? Can you see what I'm sharing, everyone? Those who are just joining, you're welcome. Pastor Catherine, you're welcome. Very powerful woman of God. Last week we enjoyed those special, presentation on your platform. Very, very fine. And one of the things that we need to always take from that is communication, how people do communicate and collaborate. Thank you so much. Linda, thank you for coming as well. Jolly, who is Jolly? Jolly? Jolly?
Jolly, yeah, it's Jolly, of course. It's Jolly.
Okay, Jolly.
My brother.
Whose brother?
Princess's brother.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, you're welcome, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Introduce yourself, okay. All right, can you see what is on the screen?
Yes, of course.
Okay, Jolly, can you tell me this, what you're saying? Data governance what?
Data governance manager.
Okay, Linda, can you see that as well?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, all right. Linda, you can see it. Can you see that this?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
What can you see there? Is it 5 figures, 6 figures?
It's 5 figures.
Oh, 5 figures.
That looks like 6 figures.
Is it 5 figures you see, Jolly?
Oh no, it's 6 figures. I can see 125,000.
You can see that now. Okay. So what is the city of what?
Of London.
Okay. All right. This Oliver James Associate is the agency. Okay, permanent. Although this job has expired. So, can you manage this in a year?
In terms of what?
Oh, well, if you're a good manager, this is it dollar or pound or naira?
It's pounds.
Okay. Can you manage it in a year?
But that's a data governance manager.
Yeah. So, Linda, can you manage this money in a year? Linda?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
And can you manage this in a year?
Yes, living in London.
Living in London, yeah, but I don't live in London, but I can manage it anyway.
If you can't manage it, you need to phone a friend to answer it.
No way.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Jolly, can you manage that in a year?
I think so.
You think so or you don't know so?
I think I can manage that in a year.
Okay.
That also depends. I will reinvest in it, or it's just
Okay.
supposed
Can I
to,
ask you a very simple question? If you earn £400, if you earn £400 in a day, and in 5 days will be how much?
in 5 days, that will be that'll be £2,000.
Oh, I thought you're very clever. Maybe when I grow up, I'll be as clever as you. I attended evening school, so that is 2,000. Yeah, 2,000 in 5 days. In a month, how much would that be?
In a month?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be roughly £8,000.
Okay. If you pay a tax of £2,000, how much would it mean?
6,000.
Okay. Can you manage that in a month after tax?
That's a lot of money in a month
So,
after.
what about a year? How much would that be?
In a year, if you're having £6,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a year that will roughly
You can calculate it for a friend.
Okay, let me just do it off.
Linda is here. You can. No, Ramsey, are you there?
Linda is probably better at mathematics.
70,000, sir. 75?
72,000.
72, yeah.
72,000 pounds. You know, I don't know mathematics. I attended.
That's 72,000.
Thank you, Linda. I attended evening school, so I wouldn't know how to calculate. Can you manage that in a year, 72,000 after tax? Can you?
Absolutely.
Okay, I can assure you that is the minimum you can earn, £400 a day. So after training you, if you're earning less than that, then you have not passed through my training. You might not be here when articulation was made, and somebody who made articulation here and the 6 figures. And I can also tell you, you can do 2 jobs at a time. For the person who made that statement here, doing 2 jobs. So just imagine how many 6 figures for 2. So that is what you're here for. But you cannot just get that if you are not well trained. This is not just ordinary training. This is not what just like a company will train you and just leave you alone. What we do here, we train you. We make sure you carry out practical here, right here, as if you've been working for 5 years minimum. We also make sure you are confident in speaking, communicating what you have, understand you are agreeing from this teaching. So from this training, and that is why we're here. So I always advise people, if you're not ready to work or understand why you're here, it is a waste of time to be. And I love those who are really prepared to be upskilled and also invest in their future. So that is why we are here. So let us have this background. Whenever if you are ready to follow this training, to enroll and move the training, be prepared to be trained. We train people from every level. So don't be afraid at all. Anything you do not know, let us know. We're going to help you. Even when you are at work, when you meet challenges, we are backing. In fact, the other day when I was busy, I received a call. He said, oh, wait, I was told to do this, and it's like, I don't have insight into this thing. How would it? That's okay. Now, do it this way, do it this way. I sent document across to the person. The person, wow. Then he finished what the person did, and then they say, hey, how did you do this? Even the person who gave the assignment did not know the in-depth of it. So it's very, very important. This is why we're here. Those who are in this, in this cohort may have WhatsApp group. When you face challenges, put it out there, you will see solution. That's why we're here. So that being said, now what are the JD for this job description for you receiving this 6 week on 125,000 per annum up to right now? Can you see what is here? Your core responsibility. Who can read it for me? I think Linda is very sweet for your mouth and jolly. Otherwise, I will call Ramsey. What can you see from here? Read it for me. Linda,
to develop data governance policies.
Okay, develop data governance policy. Data governance policy. Whenever you hear the word develop, whenever you hear I'll try to make it big. Oh, what can I say? That would be 2. Yeah, we'll move from here a little bit to now. Okay, I'll try to make it a little big. Can you see it now? Hello, can you see it? It's big now. Can you see it?
Well, yes, well, some people have got better eyesight than me, so yeah, that's much better.
Yes,
Okay.
we can actually see it now.
Oh, I love that. So this is to develop data governance policy. So wherever you hear the word develop, it means it has been existing. So this means there is a program already of data governance, but you got to develop. So if it's a brown field, if it's a green field, you have to create data governance policy. But if it's a brown field, it's to develop. Just imagine someone earning such amount of money, this amount of money, to only to just develop. How to develop? How much more if it's a green field to create? Just imagine how your money will, your salary will be. So data policy, data governance policy, which may include data retention. There are different kind of policy. I will teach you all the policies. We also have tutors here that you might be sure to have a one-on-one with and also carry out practical, convert your theoretical analysis into practical action. So they will let you know what to do. Okay? In this place, you are entitled to do what? To translate data policy into a series of actions. Is to actualize what the policy says. So there are so much you're going to do in this. When it comes, in fact, one of the things is to champion best practice. Have you heard the word best practice before? Have you heard the word best practice, everyone?
No.
Okay, thank you for saying no. Maybe the other people say yes. The person who say no, can I have a time to talk, to say that to you alone? Because some people hear that if you have if you know what's called best practice, yeah, that is the key to all the things we're gonna be learning from here. Very, very important. Best practice is a practice that's most superior compared to every other alternative in terms of result that have produced the most superior result, including update. So you go with standards and criteria because you got to measure the same in your KPI. Very, very important. And if it does not meet up with the standard of best practice, is because probably your management practice has got a problem. I mean, the differential that occurs between best practice and management practice is SOP, or standard operating procedure, which has not put in place properly, not following this standard that has been put in place, even though the policy has stated it. So best practice is very, very important. It's very ethical indeed. So when we get there, you will understand that. So that being said, I want you to understand that so why do we need to attend this training? Very important. In today's driven world, data-driven world, digital world, indeed, data is the key. So the ability to effectively manage the same and govern data is very, very crucial, very imperative. So our training right here is actually modified to equip you with, the skills needed to excel in this part of sector, okay? So by mastery data governance, you open door to high earning opportunities, high earning opportunity with a potential, salaries ranging from 400 pounds to 1,000 per day. You can even have more than that anyway, depends on the expertise you display, okay? What we gain in coming here for the training, you have an in-depth knowledge, an insight into reality. You have practical skills, like as I said the other time, learn to apply data governance frameworks, which is also the foundation, the pillars that hold some of hold the data in any enterprise. Take into cognizance real world scenarios that we're going to be applying. And also career advancement, of course, you know that irrespective of who you are. Like here right now, we have a lot of professionals. Here we have doctors, we have lawyers, baristas, we have engineers, we have lecturers as well. Here we have computer science, and we have different kind of people here. At this moment, you should be able to have a transition into another field also with by way of enhancing your professional credentials and increase your earning potential as well, as number 2 has stated. So what are the highlights? You're going to be more engaging in terms of presentation, as you heard when you came in, as someone who is already in industry trained right here, and if 6 figures and able to articulate what experience she's have been engaged in. I hear from industry leaders and experts. Don't just worry, because you're going to be expert very soon, and you come and kind of hear from different. Other people will now begin to hear from you. You're able to have an ability to interact with other people in terms of workshop that we organize, and especially when you are put together in a different group in this cohort. Participate in hands-on sections to apply what you actually learn. It's not about just having understanding green from what you have learned, but applied it. When you applied it, that's what the wisdom of wonders is being seen, and adding value to your own self, which people will buy into by promoting you, giving you more money. Okay, networking opportunities, connect with the like-minded professionals and potential employers. So you are welcome to this open day, and I want you to understand that because of what you are here for, this training kind of prepare curriculum that you're going to pass, you're going to be trained with, and also understand that you are not only going to be, the curriculum is not drawn only because of data governance manager. You can become a head of data, as I am. You can also become a data entry officer. You can become a steward officer. You can become data analyst. You can also become visualization officer as well. And there is one job that is so important right now that always coming. One of us have gone in is data protection policy officer. And that is really cool. So you can go and check it out, your daily rate of data governance, and you'll be very amazed. It ranges from 400, 450, 750, depends on your experience, to 1,000 daily rate. And don't forget me when you are well trained and got your job, as people are not doing right now. They're not forgetting. Anyway, so the curriculum that we're going to be going through is data governance framework. This actually exemplifies an overview of data governance principles, policies, and best practice. Again, you see the word best practice right here. It's very, very important. And whenever you talk about data governance framework, we're talking about principles, policies, and best practice. Moving further, we're going to deal with data management. Of course, that requires the techniques for collection, for data collection, storage, processing, and retrieval as well. So we're going to spend a lot of time in this place because it's very important. And you will be knowing the difference between data governance and data manager. But that's one of the questions that comes from an interview. Because if you can know these two very well, you will have a very good chance of moving forward with it. And we cannot be a data governance manager or data analyst without knowing the third aspect of the curriculum, which is data quality. It's a strategy for ensuring accuracy, competence, and consistency and reliability. When you listen to what if it was articulated, the data initiative you carried out is based on data quality. In fact, without data quality, you cannot achieve integrity of data. And that's what people buy into. People need to be able to trust data. But it has to be of high quality as expected. Very important. Number 3 is very, very important. And we spend much time on it almost every day. Or even if we are teaching other part of the curriculum, we're also going to be dealing with data privacy and security. Whenever you hear the word data privacy and data security, is talking about data protection. This requires some legal framework that exists in enterprises and all companies and across the globe as well. People take advantage of the legal regime that are taking place in each of the companies or maybe in a country, and then they have to align their data governance program with that. Very important. If it's not well taken care of, you will understand what is going on. And because of this, we have Facebook was fined about 4 months ago, $2.8 billion. So we gotta be more careful in dealing with this. So that's why we spend time on this. So you can become a data protection officer. I know of a young lady who read law, and she just got employment, a data protection officer. She's earning a big amount of money at the moment. So just all it is. So we have metadata management as well, and this deals with the techniques of capturing and managing metadata, including definitions of data, how to define your data, the relationship of the data, the lineage and history. This always going to be shown up when you're going to be, as a data analyst, you need to know this very, very well, okay? And we're going to be talking about the foundation of data as well, which of course the architecture. You know, just like you're building a house, you need to have an architect to do that. So these include data modeling, data warehousing, and how you can integrate data from different data sets. Okay, we're going to be talking about, Faye, your hand is up.
Yes, I was going to talk about the salary and what an agency sent me the other day. They said £720 a day. And of course, my small mind could not conceive how what that amount is. So I said, that's going to be a lot of
which of that? Which is it data governance manager or
so it was document control program manager, which is all the same thing as data, just another fancy name for it. Okay. But my small mind could not conceive that amount of money. I said £720 a day for me, small me. Let me pass on this one first. Small, we get there.
Yeah, but that will require you to go into the field all the time.
Well, they said twice a day. It's actually working for the BBC. Okay. Twice a week.
Oh, that is good. That's a very good. If you know you're not going, you're not going.
No.
Yeah, someone. You can't have up to 3 jobs at the same time. Okay, can you send that across so that someone here is ready to we'll put that person in that. We'll train the person immediately based on that. So that's not a problem. That's our job here, to make sure you end where you skill yourself, and then be a better person to not only yourself, to the family or the wider society. So that being said, please let me know after today, so that after the training, so that I can, I have a young man here who is very vibrant as well. But if you are ready, also let me know, so we can send that job also. See if he has not gone, we'll take care of that. So moving forward, we have data analytics. This is like number 3 of the curriculum. Data analytics is so key, very, very key. As a matter of fact, if you are a business analyst, you also need to know this. Not only data analyst as well, need to know data analytics. When we're dealing with 3, which is data quality, is very important. You can't achieve data analytics without data quality. Very, very important. So in that, you're going to be talking about descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. We actually have more than these 4, but in most cases, even we have real-time analytics. As it comes, you visualize. As it comes, you analyze and visualize. That's why you talk about stock market, how stock market reacts with an election of a prime minister, of a president right there, or as the banks will react to Fed, or when I mean Fed, is like a Bank of America or a Bank of England just changing interest rate, and you automatically see the banks responding, or stock market responding to that effect. So that is real life, real life as it happens analytics. So, but you have to know how to handle data in terms of that. And whatever you are put together, you have to visualize it. And when you visualize it in terms of graphs, charts, and we have so many ways of visualizing data. And we're going to teach you how to do and have even literature to that effect sent to you for those who enroll, so that you will never miss what we're doing here. So we also, this is recorded as well, and also we can send the link of the record to whoever that wants it. Very important. And we have data ethics. This is the moral principle that guides the collection of data and also the use of data, and how you can also get rid of data by this, get rid of data and also disseminate the data to a targeted, database that you really wanted as well. So we have data governance in practice. So normally number 10 is being inculcated. I mean, in any of these part of the curriculum. So we put real life situations and initiatives. Of course, when you came, those who came early, you just had initiative that someone brought out from the 30 days roadmap to establishing, and the person is the program that carrying out is maturing. So I will tell you, she carry out what's called assessment, and as she got access and carry out assessment, knowing the correct position of the brown feed, but I think purportedly brown feed, but it was actually green feed from the discussion, and also carry out different components of data governance, assess them and know their correct situation, and know how to, set target, where to reach, and able to achieve 30% reduction in I think it's 30%, is 30% reduction in errors. So it comes with the real life situations, and we will bring such out. And anytime you come here, people always want to articulate and see the experience. So I will also have data governance tools. Of course, in this place, you'll be able to have data catalogs and data dictionaries and data quality tools that you will be seeing. We will show you some of them and have some practice with them. Look at Power BI as well, and MySQL. If we're handling a very high data, sometimes we use SPSS, and we have Tableau as well. So we will teach you how that, and those who are ready to join today, we will send you a link to start having your certification leading to the other aspect of data governance. And then when you come, you'll be able to contribute towards every practical that we're going to carry out. Okay, and then we have data governance in global context. This is also best practice, cross-border transfer and cultural, main reference to why Facebook was fined $2.8 billion about 4 months ago, trying to transfer data from Europe to US, and the experience was called risk and non-compliance issue, and it was fine. So if you know in global context what is happening, the GDPR right here, even in Britain cutting off from EU, they established JAS as well. And in US, they have different regulatory body. We have HIPAAC and one in California as well. So we also need to let you be acquainted with that as well in this training. So this is the curriculum we're gonna go through. But by the way, what is data? If we say what is data governance, it's not just too good to have data governance defined without knowing what is data. So I have my definition of data. But by the way, this definition that's right here is very important. Data refers to values. I like this, the word values. So whatever you do is creating value for your own self. Whatever you do on Earth is about creating value. You are here now, you are here to create value. So if value is important, then it must be bought into. So whatever you purchase on Earth, if you go to the shop and purchase anything because you value it. So data is value. So symbols or information that is processed or stored in what? In what? Is someone here? In what? In a what? Jolly, are you still there? Linda, you still there?
Linda, you still there? I'm still here, sir.
I'm still here, sir.
Okay, so.
I'm still here, sir.
I'm still here, sir.
I'm here.
Okay, so.
Okay, so.
All right, no problem.
All right, no problem.
So in a computer.
In a computer.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
That being said, I want you to understand that, or in any other digital device, it is the basic building block for information processing and storage. Okay. So in what form can you see data? In what form? In what form can you see data, Jolly?
It says here that it could be in values of symbol, or text messages, or images, or audio. Invariably, it's saying that data can be in any form.
It can be any form. If it's audio, what is it called?
It's voice input.
Yeah, that's correct. And what format would that in terms of classification? What if it is video?
If it is video,
yeah,
that should be video input as well.
Of course, what form? If they listen to you, do you know what's called? Is it WhatsApp or upwards? Is it WhatsApp or upwards?
It's WhatsApp.
Okay, have you received like audio or video?
Of course, yes, I have.
Okay, what format would that be?
They have format such as in videos we have.
You want to phone a friend? You want to phone a friend?
No, I don't want to phone a friend. But I think we have a video such as MPEG format.
Okay,
MP4.
MP4. Who said
MP4 for audio?
Who said MP4? Who said MP4? Ego, okay. So, Jolly, anytime you want to phone a friend, phone Ego.
Okay, sir.
Ego. So MP4, that's called MP4. Okay, that's the format, in terms of classification. Because when you are handling data, if you specify, because you need to specify and classify data, if data are not well classified, they will not be consistent. See, in terms of entry data. Okay, and the other one would be, this one would be what? Audio will be what?
Audio will be MP4 too. We have MP4 and MP3.
MP3. Okay. Yeah. Are you asking a question or are you saying it?
I'm saying it. I said we have it in various formats.
Thank you. All right. So, is there any other format that you can have, document being stored for it that you need to value? Your computer?
Yes.
And what would that be?
In terms of documents, we can have them stored in PDF format.
That's correct. You must be very brilliant, Jolly. I think when I grow up, I'll be as brilliant as you. That's very, very good. What else again? Any other person if you don't want Jolly to finish it? Any other person? What format can you see a document in?
You can store it in words.
In words. This person is talking like Linda. In words. That's good. Do we all agree on that? Linda, that is correct in words. And whatever you put together in terms of documents, in words, in any other format, like PDF, images, and they are all data. So those who are in the legal profession, those who are in the medical profession, they know what we're talking about. When you go to scan, they bring document images in, bam, and they store it. They use it for a purpose to make reference to it. So, and those are data they put together. Very important. So, and very important. And why do we do that? Why do we do that? If you organize them in a specific manner, which is in a database, why do we need to do that? Because you have structured it in a database. Why do we need to store them in a way? Is to do what? To analyze it, manipulate it, and visualize it to gain what? Insight. Jolly, is that correct? To have
Yeah, of course.
and knowledge, which can work,
Yes, sir, it's correct,
inform
sir.
decisions. So a medical doctor need to have an informed decision. The judges need to have an informed decision because they need that. The chief executive need to have an informed decision. They need to see this data visualized. They need to put them together. That's data. So if they are not valuable, you cannot decision based on that. I respect this value. So then, what is data governance? So, of course, it's the execution and enforcement of authority over the management of data and data-related asset. I love this. It's a valuable asset. I like this definition, but I have my own definition. So I define data governance and overall management of the availability and usability and integrity. See, I highlighted this. Integrity. This word integrity. Have you heard the word integrity before?
Yes, sir.
So what is integrity?
Integrity has to do with your moral standards.
The moral standard.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Who else again? Linda, do you want to help? Have you heard the word integrity before? Yeah. Who else again? Have you heard the word integrity before?
Yes, honesty, truth backed by facts.
Honesty backed by facts. Thank you. I like that. Okay. Who else again? We have heard the word of integrity because when you're going to be working as a data governance manager, anyway, this word integrity would be showing. In fact, that's the essence of having this training. So data must have integrity. Have you heard the word honesty before?
Yes.
So what is the word honest?
Honesty is to be sincere, to be upright. Let me use the word to be upright.
To be upright. Thank you so much, Jolly. Wow. Yeah, because someone just defined integrity right now as honesty, at work. That's very good. So, all right, I want you to understand one simple thing. Have you ever promised someone? Dr. Edward said it is about accuracy and consistency of data. Yeah, that's good, Dr. Edward. Thank you for that contribution. If you go to the chat box, you'll be seeing Barrister Emmanuel putting some few, things right there. So now, honesty is about truth. Have you promised somebody ice cream and you never bought it? I just want you to be honest right now.
Still do.
Have you ever promised someone something and you never did?
Yes. I still make promises without fulfilling it.
Okay, that's very good. You're already honest in your honest.
No, I don't make promises I cannot fulfill. I don't like promises. I don't make promises.
Oh, you're already honest in your anything now because that's honesty. Someone here is very honest in her in her dishonesty. He's already honest. Honest means the truth. Oh, you know what? Don't follow me. Mom, I want to follow you. Don't follow. When I come back, I'm going to buy you ice cream. 9 o'clock, the boy or the girl still waiting. 10 o'clock, so still waiting. And as you step in, Mom, you're welcome. Where is it? Where is the ice cream? Oh, you're not sleeping? Thought you sleep, man. How can I sleep when you promise milk? Next time when you going out and say, oh, come on, I'm going out, don't follow me, I'll buy you ice cream. What do you think the child will talk about? He said, no, that's not true. Because you were not able to do what you have honestly promised. So honestly.
Sorry, and this is where I said I still do, because a lot of us well, maybe not all of us. Some of us still make promises. Oh, can you deliver that document to me by so time? Oh yeah, definitely I will do. What time? What's the deadline? 6 p.m. is the deadline. Oh, very, very, don't worry about it. Next day, 9 a.m. you're being called by your manager. Where's the document? Where's the thing you say you're going to finish? Oh, well, you start giving all sorts of excuses. Don't know if it happens to you. It does to me.
Yeah, so it's very important. Thank you for that, that contribution. Honesty is the truth. But if you work in what you say, you have integrity. So integrity means honesty at work. So when you keep on saying something and you're doing it, you have integrity. And when you have integrity, you are trusted. Things will not be entrusted into your care. And then on that basis, continuing it, you are credible. So that's where credibility comes in. So I mentioned data governance is the management and availability or usability and integrity and security of data. So the data must have integrity and security used in an organization or any enterprise. So I made mention that it involves a set of what? Policy. So if you look at the job description of that job, last time talk about policy, you need to build a lot of policy, processes, and standards that you will use in measuring your program that ensure that the effective and efficient use of data as a critical corporate asset. So now look at the word critical corporate asset. You're going to be having that. That's what data governance is. So we have different kind of, definition that depends on how you feel about what is called data governance. This is how I actually feel about it. This is my own definition. We have different experts that have different definitions. But I need to lay emphasis on why I should have that. That's why I talk about integrity. I'm looking at it as a critical corporate asset, not just ordinary corporate assets. Okay. So that being said, I just want to have a case study of when you are employed, what will happen. There is a case study of, you need to put before an organization to show how people should buy into your program and use it. Because this case study of Ocean, of a company called Ocean. Ocean-wise, a data governance manager just need to present himself that I really need to let people know why I'm here. So why data management? Why is it? This is just a case study because it does really matter. Okay, why does it matter? First of all, data is important. Why is it important? Derived from the term meaning fact. It is a fact. It is the new what? Jolly, can you see this? Linda, can you see this? Ramsey, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it, sir.
Yes,
Anthony,
sir. Yes.
It's a new what?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oil.
New oil. Which oil are we talking about?
The oil is not specified, sir.
Okay, what do you think will be?
Data governance.
Money.
No, this oil we're talking about will be a new oil. So
Like the fuel,
like what? Diesel oil or granite oil?
This oil is referring to
Data.
Crude oil.
Crude oil petroleum.
Okay, thank you so much.
Data.
Okay, so the data is more than crude oil at this moment because a data-driven world we are now is a digital world and it's been driven by data. So it's also a new electricity. It is expensive, so it is therefore what a valuable asset. That's why they are paying you heavily. if you don't know what to do with that valuable asset, then it will pose problem, especially when you have risk and non-compliance issue. That's why companies are being fined heavily. Okay, they will collect it for a reason that actually we hope for. We use it for reference or analysis. Okay, and especially when you're in academia, you know what we kind of what we're talking about. So we have 2.5 quadrillion grains of sand on Earth. This is data. And we have 7.5 quadrillion bytes of new data created every day, each day, every day, quadrillion. Okay? And 95%, 90% of such have been created for the last 2 years. So if the data has been created for the last 2 years, 90% of it, so you're talking about descriptive data. Okay, secondary data in most cases, so that you will use that to visualize. When you visualize, you'll be able to prescribe, okay, or predict. All right. When you predict what will be the sales for next year or during next year, Christmas, and during summer, and then you'll be able to recommend when you talk about prescription analytics. Okay, so average business data volumes double every 1.2 years. Double. This is massive. And then you visualize the same. So that being said, the question I'm going to ask, why data matters? It matters. We've been trying to build a case, especially for those who really want to know why we're here and how to do it. Data is the most expensive asset in an organization after its people. From this statement, which of them is the most valuable asset? Jolly, Ramsey, Linda, Anthony.
It says that clearly that data is the most valuable asset in an organization after its people.
So what is
the most valuable asset then is the people.
Is the people
in the organization.
I just want to, I attended every school, so I wouldn't know. So you're able to.
Me too, sir.
So you agree. I love that, because this is how we know whether people follow you. How you're going to make your case in your organization. Not for when you're doing your case, you're only letting them know so that they can buy into your program, so that people will not give you too much problem before you're there to make sure the data has integrity in that enterprise. Okay, now, another fact, data is critical to the running of business functions and processes. Is that true?
Absolutely. I don't know if we're allowed to contribute.
Yeah, if you contribute, we have to ask people whether it's true.
Without data, you can't run a business. If you don't have the numbers on your system, there's no way you can run a business. Say, for example, a baker who bakes, the person does not have a certain number of people. There's no use baking that cake, because you end up throwing that cake away. So data is always critical. And don't forget, we have companies like Facebook and the rest of them who are always furnishing data of the internet and other people. Even they pay people to even get data so they can run their business. Without that data, without people, without all that information on the system, a lot of organizations will collapse.
That's it. That is it. So, and that is why you see people try to collect people data from different companies, and they say data missing. There's a breach of data because people want to make use of the data. Okay, thank you for that. So without constant vigilance, underline this word, and effort to maintain data, or that data, entropy or anarchy reigns. Is that correct? Is that correct? If we don't maintain and manage data, don't you know Something will happen?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. That being said, you can now see why data matters. Okay. This is okay. So if you don't maintain it and actually govern the data and manage it well, what do you think will be the negative impact of such poor management? Jolly, yeah. What will be the economic effect of it?
The economic effect, loss of the data can actually lead to a lot of things.
Like what?
If, for instance, we're talking about let me use an example of a retail organization.
Okay.
I believe that mismanagement of data can lead to inconsistency in terms of supply and demand.
Yep.
And which might eventually lead to not being able to keep track of sales and profit.
That's correct. And then, yeah.
Also, you might not be able to keep track of salaries, payment structures, employees and staffs, and the entire company management in general might be in total chaos.
Yeah, so that means if you want to pay a higher, you just have to pay higher because you can't keep track, isn't
it? Exactly, sir.
And there may be some.
And if data fall on the wrong hand, it's not very good.
It's not very good. I like that from.
No, because if data fall on the wrong hand, that's why you have the scam, the fraud, and everything that can come into the company system.
That's correct, Linda. That's correct. And that's why you can have, if your hand is up. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Linda and Jolie. Yeah.
Yes, mismanagement of data, especially electoral data, results in some negative consequences for some unnamed countries.
That's correct. You don't want
where the ballot boxes are stolen and the electoral register is shambolic.
Is that country in the United States of Africa?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We talk about revenue, cost, and profit. So which one is the most important thing here right now?
Lower regulation. Lower regulation.
Yeah, it will be what?
Lower regulation.
Load of regulation. So we're talking about revenues here, cost and profit. Which among the two most important?
Which one is the most important out of those three?
Yeah.
For me, will be cost.
I'll move for profits.
Profits, eh?
I think revenue.
Okay. So profits. So if profit is high or low, which among here is the driver of the same?
Cost for me.
Cost. You're right. Without wasting time is cost. So if you are doing optimization, and if you can reduce your cost to maximize your profit, then your revenues will be a problem. Okay, so, and that is very important. But when your data has got a problem, and you have a litigation problem, and you have risk and non-compliance issue, people suing to court, and you pay money to lawyers and whatever, definitely your revenues will be affected, your profit will be affected, and your investment, especially return on investment, will be affected, and rate of return, of course, will also be affected. Consequently, you might have brand and reputation issue. There will not be customer loyalty, and especially be driven by law and regulations. So if you don't have this in check, then there will be anarchy. There will be a lot, just as Jolly said, there will be a lot of problem, and even Linda talked about your hands. I mean, you have your data entry into the wrong hands. You know what that means. So there are going to be interview questions on all these things as we begin to go on, and how to handle issues as fast as possible, ethically, well prepared. And so that's part of best practice. So this is very important. And this is why you are here. And I want you to understand that coming here today is not in vain, but depends on you. I don't know if you have learned something today. That would be great to hear from you. Thank you for listening. I still remain your trainer, Sylvester Ojobo. So if you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you. Any question from anybody?
So I just wanted to know if I think you mentioned earlier that they are going to make available the study materials for us. I just want to know if it's going to be available for us to try to revise.
Whatever you need, this training will give it to you. Whatever you need, this training will give it to you. Especially resources. And make sure your email address is real when you need to send it across to me, and we are going to respond to them. Every teachings that you receive from here, you will have literature sent to you.
Okay.
So that you have to receive it, go through them and prepare yourself for the next training. And also, if you have some questions, you can ask. All right?
Okay, sir. And also the...
Yeah,
Okay, Linda.
Sorry.
Linda, let Jolly finish then.
No, just a quick one. I just wanted to know what days are we supposed to have the training and time, since I'm not available with the schedule.
Yeah, are you saying you're not available with the schedule?
I don't have the schedule, so I wanted
to know. The schedule is 11:30 every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
For 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Linda, you have a question? Hello, Linda. Okay. Who is the iPhone? Who is iPhone? Hello?
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask something after the course. Do you guys help us with the CV and everything when we actually searching for jobs?
Yeah, we have a database of CV that suit the kind of job you're searching for your CV. So that's not a problem. When you finish the job, we'll give you the database and acclimatize or kind of transitional database from the job you are doing to that. So that's not a problem. We help you with your CV as well. And when you apply for any job and the job comes, we'll prepare you for the interview. I can show you that 98% of our preparation is those are going to be the interview. I interview people, so that's why I don't worry about that. And even right here, during the training, you're going to be going through interview right here. So that's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure, Linda. You're already in the training because the way you talk is like you will be my next professor. You and Jolly.
I pray to that and I say amen to that.
You talk like a solicitor. What field are you?
Healthcare.
Oh, that's very good. You're gonna because we have a lot of NHS as well here too. Yeah, we have a barrister here who is very sound. He actually practiced in Nigeria, practiced in Germany, and practiced here, even in the social care as well, right here. He's one of the tutors, very powerful as well. So, who is in the iPhone? iPhone? Right. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Okay. Did you enjoy yourself today?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Definitely. I'll be back 11 o'clock next week.
Thank you. So what you can do, those who haven't signed, you need to send a message.
I think the iPhone is my daughter, Barrister. Okay.
Oh, Barrister from Nigeria.
No, she's not in Nigeria.
Okay. All right. So we're anyway, I tell her to get in touch.
Okay.
Okay. You have a lot of barristers here. You are a barrister, then we have another barrister here, we have another barrister here. So maybe I'll become barrister when I grow up. All right. So we have Pastor Catherine Adegoke. If you're not busy, can I hear from you? Or yeah, if people say data governance suits the legal profession a lot, of course, we know most people from the legal profession here, they don't waste time in getting a job because they know. As a matter of fact, I want you to understand that everything we do on earth, everything we do on earth is legal. So I stress about the legal. So everything we do on earth, teaching, healthcare, doctoring practice, finance, fintech, there's always going to be legal aspect, policy, processes, procedure, standard, compliance, risk analysis, they're all legal. So very important. That's why they easily assign data governance. Pastor Catherine, are you okay? I can hear from you if you're not busy. You're such a busy person. All right. Okay. In absence of any other question, I want to thank you for coming. And if you have any other question, please do not hesitate to contact me. And those who are joining, because the cohort, once it's filled up, it's filled up. You have some people already in the cohort right here. So just the new people will join them and then move forward. Is that okay, everyone? Thank you for coming and remain blessed.